Sawadee Gob. 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 The 10th of March. March 10th. 2564 Thailand time. 2021. Rest of the world time. I wonder if other countries have different calendar. I don't know. That's something worth investigating, right? If you're curious like me, are you naturally curious like me? I am. I want to know if other countries have their own calendar. The 10th, instead of complaining, complaining is a nice way to say whining. You whiny little biatch, you. Instead of complaining about what you don't like about your job, start commending what you do like and see how quickly it improves. Yeah, I just perked up there. Speaking of perking up, this has nothing to do with positive action plan, but you know, I like to share personal details of my life with you, the viewer. I've started taking Navy showers here at the condo. Now, what's a Navy shower? And why did I do it? And what's the result? Okay, so when I was in the Navy years and years and years ago, right, 1984 to 87, that's, you know, U.S. calendar. I have no idea what that would be here. 25, whatever, 40, 30 something. It's been a minute. Anyway, and on the ship, it was limited resources, right? Hot water, no. There's 5,000 people are not going to take a shower, you know, hot, you know, for half an hour like you do at home. So it was a cold water shower. It was a black rubber hose and a round plastic knob that went down like to a funnel, you know, to a jet, almost like a funnel, but, you know, blunter, not as pointed as a funnel, but that shape where it expanded out like a coconut. If you've seen the coconuts here where they carve it down and take the skin off, it you know, kind of gets narrower. They cut angles with a knife, and then it's round on the top, and it had a button. And what you would do is step into the shower, push the button, and cold water would squirt out, and you'd cover your whole body with it. And then, of course, you put it back up on the rack, and the minute you put it back up, you're not pressing the button, there's some more water coming out. Right? The whole deal was made to conserve water. So you would get wet and completely, you know, wet every part of your body. Then you take soap, shampoo your hair, and soap all over your body, and you know, clean yourself with the soap, and apply lather, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know, soap yourself up. Then you would take the hose and rinse off, right? So get wet, put on soap, rinse. That was it. That was like a 3-step shower, and it was quick because it was cold, and yeah, you weren't sitting there going, oh, my neck hurts, let me put some hot water on my neck, you know what I mean? It wasn't any of that. And there's, you know, 10 guys waiting, whatever, so you get in and get out, you know. I remember in boot camp, they go, you got 20 minutes to shit, shower, and shave. You know, it's like, oh, no pressure. Yeah, just squeeze one out, shave real quick, and then take a shower. So why I started doing that here is because I don't know, it dawned on me, and I've been showering like you shower for, you know, ever since I got out of the Navy. I've taken, you know, civilian showers. And just, it like occurred to me, maybe because this is a smaller shower, because it's not like a big bathtub shower. It's decent size. I'm a huge mammal and I fit in it, but like there's not a whole lot of room. So when the water's on, when I turn the water on, the hot water, and the water's coming down, like I put soap on. I'll soap my pits first because that's the nastiest area, right? For guys, our pits are always stinky, always. Like 2 hours after you shower, your pits are stinky. So I'm doing my pits, and it's like if I go to put soap on here, it's such a small space. The shower water is rinsing it off right away. So like I put soap on, soap off. It's like, oh, get down there for 1 second. So what I don't know, what thought occurred to me the other day is I turn the shower and I get everything wet to put the soap on, especially because now people don't use bar soap anymore. You use the gel, the shower gel. You pump it and you get the shower gel and you put that on. That rinses off instantly. That doesn't stick like Irish Spring and Ivory soap used to stick. It doesn't stick to your skin, which is probably a good thing. So anyway, yeah, that's it. I get wet. I put the shower gel on, you know, soap up the whole body, and then I turn the water back on. And it's not to save water or save money. Water is ridiculously cheap here. I mean, if it's like $2 a month, I'd be surprised. I haven't got my first water bill. When I do, I'll share it. But from what other people have said who make videos on YouTube, water is pennies, electricity is pennies. It's really cheap here. The utilities are not like they are in the United States. The only thing, here's a quick tip for you. When you're getting a condo here, ask if it's the government rate. You want to pay what the tithes pay, which is the government rate, right? Not jacked up. Some condos will add money on top and try to make money from you. So as long as you're paying the government rate, it's dirt cheap for electric and water. So anyway, yeah, I started taking that 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever. And what I found, especially like today, was, I got up and it was like 7 a.m. I'm a little groggy. I haven't had my coffee yet, and like it invigorates you. Like I felt good and I felt awake and I had energy after I showered that way. So try it. Give it a try. Take a Navy shower and see how it makes you feel. Something. Try it. Worth trying, right? See how quickly it improves. Yeah, start commending it. It's easy to find fault with any job. That's true. Whatever your occupation or profession, there are always some unpleasant and mundane tasks you would rather omit. It is also easy to allow the things you dislike to dominate your thoughts, and for you to overlook the fact that the things you dislike about your work are really a very small percentage of the overall job. We all tend to bitch about what we don't like and not focus on the other, 98% or 80%. That is good. Like you get paid every 2 weeks, right? That's good about a job. Make it a point to find something good in your job every day. It need not be a big, important event. Simply finding joy in doing one thing particularly well will suffice. Then instead of looking forward to the end of the day, you will find yourself looking forward to going to work. Okay, I don't know if I go that far that anybody looks forward to going to work. But, there is something to be said for that. Find your passion. I'm doing real estate, and I love real estate. So I'm happy when I'm doing real estate, right? And it is work, and there's pains in the ass, and, there's paperwork, and you have to get other people involved. You have other partners, title companies, attorneys, insurance, whatever. It's a thing. It's nothing worthwhile. Nothing that makes you a good living is easy or requires no effort. But when you love doing something, the effort seems minimal compared to when you hate doing something, right? And what he's saying is mind fuck yourself and change your attitude to a positive attitude, and then you'll be cheerful, his word, not mine, about doing your job. And I get where he's going, and that does make sense. I would suggest to you, Senator, and I don't know where I get that phrase from, but I use it a lot. I would suggest find something that you love. Do something that you really are passionate about. Like for me, it's real estate, music, cars. I love cars. So selling real estate, selling cars makes me happy. And is it all fun and roses? Is it all fun? No, I dropped the Ranger off 2 days ago at the Ford dealer here, and I still haven't gotten a quote for how much it's going to take to fix that stuff. So, you partners. Like I said, I'm relying on the Ford dealer to do their job, and in Thailand, things just don't work the way they do in the States. I love it here because it's relaxed and laid back. But when you're trying to get something done, like fixing a truck, quickly as possible so I can get it back and drive it, it's 2 days to get a quote. And this is the third day. I still haven't gotten the quote. So I'm going to go pick the truck up and take it somewhere else, because if you can't give me a quote in 2 days, we got problems. You're not my partner. I need a new partner. And there's 2 other dealers. They're just not 5 minutes from my condo like this one was. So unfortunately, the convenient dealer is not the good dealer, the efficient dealer. I've had nothing but communication problems with them for 2 days now. So it's time to find another partner. Jeff, who I can't make a video in Thailand without talking about, or in Chiang Mai without talking about Jeff. He had a Nissan truck, the one that he helped me move with, and he passes 2 Nissan dealers to go to his Nissan dealer that he's found gives him good service and gets him in and out, and so that's what I'm going to have to do. You can't just find a dealer in Thailand. You got to find a good dealer, who gives a shit. So it's a learning process, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm still very happy I bought the Ranger. I will sell it and make money, which is, once again, seed money. I am going to the auction. Jeff's on his way as I'm making this video. He's on his way to pick me up. And, you know, I've been very fortunate that he sort of runs his own business and has been flexible enough to come and get me and take me to these auctions and spend the time there and help me drive the truck to this place and drive the truck there. Like he put a lot of time in. So today's goal is to buy a little runaround car, as I mentioned, like 100,000 baht, 3,000 US. Just get around car, good gas mileage, small, easy to park in small spaces because there's lots of small spaces in Thailand. And meanwhile, that car is not going to a shop. I'll get the oil changed probably today, but that's it. That car, whatever I buy today, is going to be in the parking lot, right? Because that's my car. And the next auction Saturday, I wanted to say, hey, Jeff, you doing anything? You got customers you got to pick up? You got someplace you got to be? Because I'm just going to get in my car and go down. Oh, by the way, the auction is 1 block from his house, which is a half hour south of here. So he's driving a half hour, pick my ass up, drive down a half an hour to get 1 block from his house. That's ridiculous. Now, he's a friend. He's helping me out, but he shouldn't have to do that. I should have a car, a little Toyota or Honda here in the parking lot. So when I sell the Ranger, or when the Ranger's in the shop, I'm not carless, right? And I need a car for a lot of reasons, not just to go to the auction. But the point is, I will be buying another car today, and it will be for sale. Because between the Ranger and the car that I pick up today, whichever sells first. But as soon as this one sells, if the Ranger hasn't sold yet, I will buy another one. I'll always have two because they're both for sale. And it'll be very rare that I don't have a vehicle to drive, and, like I do now. He shouldn't have to come pick me up next Saturday for the auction. I'm going to drive the car I buy today to go down to the auction next Saturday. So anyway, that's that. I do remember the point of the story. Yesterday's thing, I watched the video, and I don't know how I missed it other than my brain is scrambled. You either ride life or it rides you, right? That was the first sentence of yesterday's paragraph. So long story short, I talked about the brig and Feel Like a Number, Bob Seger, and all that yesterday's video, Positive Action Plan. So while I was in the brig, there was a bodybuilder guy, big, strong, thick guy, whose girlfriend had turned him in to the cops, the San Diego cops, for selling drugs, making drugs. I forget what it was. He was doing something with drugs. And so before he got turned over to the Navy to do his brig time, because he broke the rules of the Navy or the laws of the Navy, he broke the civilian laws, and he spent a month, 30 days, in county lockup. So there's state lockup, federal prison, and county. Apparently, from what they told me so far, I've been too fast. They haven't caught me. So I've never been in civilian jail. I told you I did break time for punching the officer, but I've never been in civilian jail because I don't sell drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't steal from people. So anyway, he was in county lockup for 30 days. That's hard time. County lockup, like I said, according to sources who know, that's the worst lockup. And so he got in there and people were crowding around him. I was like, yeah, I just can't 30 days in county. Everybody's looking at him like, oh, really? Oh, wow. Holy shit, county. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I know what you want to know. And nobody had asked him any questions, but he just put this out there. And he's like, yeah, I got fucked up the ass. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks for sharing. And he goes, but after a week, I was the one doing the fucking. Dude, that was 30 years ago, 1980 something, 85, 86. And I still remember it like it was yesterday. I was the one doing the fucking. So, ride or be ridden. That was the first fucking thing I thought of was I got fucked up the ass, but after a week, I was the one doing the fucking. First thing that popped in my damn head, and it happened 30, 40 years ago. So, true story. I don't know the dude's name. I'm sure I knew it then. Bodybuilder dude. He was short, but he was a fire plug. He was thick. He had my build, but just maybe 5'7", 5'8". He wasn't 6'1", but strong, thick. What's funny is he actually became my spotting partner because we lifted the same. I was lifting 275 at that time, and they had weights in the brig, in the barracks. They had weights, and I wanted to keep my pump up, and so he would spot me because he was the only dude who could handle 275. I wound up going 325. That was my peak before I got out because I didn't use steroids. A lot of the guys in my unit use steroids. You can get them over the counter in Tijuana, Black Beauties, they called them, and they were cheap. But they would lift, and their fucking arms would turn all beet red with little white corpuscles, little white dots. It looked like salami, with the fat in the salami. It was fucking gross. It weirded me out. And I'd explained previously that on the way out to San Diego, I was reading the In-Flight magazine, and they had an article on Lyle Alzado, Alzado. And if you Google him, he was a football player for the Oakland Raiders way back before they became the Los Angeles Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders now. And he took roids a lot, to get pumped, to get big, and it fucked up all his internal organs. He died of like kidney failure or liver failure, something like that. It like really fucked him up. Google him and read the story. I read it in an article on an In-Flight magazine back in the day. So when my boys were like, hey man, come on down to TJ, we're going to get some Black Beauties, I was like, nah, I'll pass. I just did it organically. And what happens when you lift organically, you hit a wall. That somebody was 225 for me. I couldn't get past 225, and it took a long time because you climb rapidly when you start lifting, and then you hit a wall, and you just got to either grind it out or take supplements, take shots, human growth hormone, whatever the fuck they do. Athletes, bodybuilders take shortcuts because they're in a hurry and they want to keep progressing. It's hard mentally when you've been, when you shoot from, 175, 185 up to 225 all real quick, you're making gains steady. It feels good and you're getting positive feedback. And then all of a sudden you hit that wall and you're just like, fuck, I can't, my body is not ready to take more weight yet. And okay, just let it naturally, organically happen. You'll be fine. You will beat that wall. It just will take a little time. You got time. You ain't going nowhere. So yeah, 315 was actually what my top before I left the Navy. I haven't been in a gym in I don't know how long. There's one here. They have a rack of free weights, but it's up to 50 kilos, which is 100 pounds. So that's they're dumbbells. They have a rack of dumbbells. They don't have the bar thing. So eventually I'll drag my fat ass down there because I do want to get to 100 kilos, 220 pounds. And, they have like a, one of the machines with the plates. They do have no free weights, but except for the dumbbells, but they do have the fuck is the name, the universal, like the Weeder machine, Ben Weeder, one of those, you can press, bench press, you can do pull downs, work on your lats and all that shit. So I'll eventually hit the gym here. It comes with the, monthly fee. I pay $8,000 baht a month, which is $266 US, and that includes the fee. The landlord is basically paying the condo fee. That's part of my $8,000 rent. So they're really netting like 7,500 or 7,700 baht. Well, once again, a little over $200. Not a lot of money. But COVID, these places usually run for 15,000 a month, and they're going for 7 or 8. So half price. Seems like COVID has made real estate half price. So that was the story I forgot yesterday. That should have been tagged on to yesterday's video. I was the one. Just the way he fucking said it there. You had to be there. I was like, he was all proud that he was the one who was doing the fucking after a week. Hashtag good times. All right, that's it. We're at 18 minutes, almost 19 minutes. Don't say that. Have I not entertained you? It's a good story. It's a good fucking story. So anyway, talk to y'all tomorrow. Going to the auction. Gonna buy a little car today. Yay.